What's up, YouTube? Topsy5 401 here. And let me tell you guys, sometimes the cards find you. You've been in the hobby long enough, you network long enough, the cards will find you. So I got a 6-card mail day. I got a story about a little bit about the collector and how I acquired these cards. Pretty fun story. The story is as good as the cards as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to share the story with you guys as I'm showing you the cards. So the first card here is it's a Fleer Glossy from 2002, numbered to 100. But how I acquired these cards is a gentleman reached out to me on Facebook and saw that I had posted on my Barry Bonds group that I had picked up my 5,897th Barry Bonds card. And he was put in charge of selling off his father-in-law's collection. And so he reached out to me and said, hey, I got these cards. I'm in charge of selling them. Would you be interested? He showed me a few cards, and I'll show you the card in the first picture that he had that I didn't have. And it was this card, a 2002 Topps Heritage autographed Barry Bonds card. And I was like, wow, no, I don't have that card. There were like 6 or 7 cards, but this was the only one in the photo that I didn't have. And the gentleman's name that reached out to me, his name is Eric, and he was selling these for, this was his father-in-law's collection, and his father-in-law's name is Ralph. And so we were talking, and he was like, well, you know, I'm trying to find a home for these cards for people that collect. I don't want to sell it to someone that's just going to double the price and flip the cards and make money off of it. And I was like, yeah, man, I'd really be interested in that. And I ended up talking to Eric, and he had all kinds of Bonds cards, and there were several more that I needed, including, well, this was a second card that he had showed me that I needed. Man, I just love this card. It's an honor to have this card in my collection. So anyways, I learned a little bit about Ralph as I was talking with Eric, Ralph's son-in-law. And he was a big-time Cal Ripken Jr. collector. And Eric was telling me his collection was like 1 million cards, which is incredible. I don't know. I can't imagine being in charge of trying to sell 1 million baseball cards, but I gave Eric some tips on what to do with some of them, and these are the Bonds ones I didn't have that I'm showing you guys. Oh, did I show this one? I'm spacing out. I'm sitting here trying to tell a story and show off cards. So anyways, Ralph, my man, you had one heck of a baseball card collection, and it's an honor to have some of your cards in my collection. And as I was talking with Eric, he was telling me how his father-in-law, Ralph, was very particular about how he archived his cards, took really good care of them, and it was just a big-time passion of him. He was primarily a Ripken collector, but he was from Pittsburgh, and so he liked Barry Bonds. This one's numbered 34 of 50. I wonder if Ralph pulled this out of a pack. That would be interesting to find out. But this Luminaries card is beautiful as well. Anyway, here's another one I got. This one was like folded in quarters. It was a poster that came out of the Fleer Sports Illustrated packs. So I unfolded it and put it into a large top loader. It archives beautifully in that. And so found out more about Ralph. His wife's name is Sandra. That's my wife's name. Ralph liked a good cup of coffee. Collected classic cars. He was a science teacher. So a real intellect. I would have loved to sit and talk about science with him. Science and baseball cards. Those are two things that I am really interested in. Of course, I'm not a science teacher, but I'm always learning new things, especially about like astronomy and astrophysics and quantum mechanics and stuff like that. Those are the sciences that fascinate me. I don't know what Ralph taught. Perhaps somebody from Ralph's family will comment down below when you watch this video. But anyways, so Eric, his father-in-law, Ralph, wanted these to go into a collection, and he's selling it for his sister-in-laws and his wife. So Ralph was the father of Jessica, Jennifer, and Janine. And so those are his daughters. Evidently, they don't have any interest in these cards, but I sure do. Man, so great stuff there. And then the last one, I can't even remember if I showed them all off, but man, I'm just thrilled to add these cards into my collection. And the story behind them is fantastic. Part of what making collecting fun is connecting with people, connecting with collectors. I was telling Eric when we were talking that when I go to my baseball card shop, I call it my watering hole. I don't drink alcohol or anything like that, so I call my baseball card shop my watering hole. That's it's just, this is my watering hole. You go there, you hang out, you buy a few cards, you trade a few cards, you talk sports, and then you go home. Well, that's basically what you do at a bar, right? So that's why I call it my watering hole. So again, guys, a recap, just unbelievable cards. And it's an honor to add these into my collection. And I will take very good care of them. They're not going anywhere. They're PC for life. So anyway, there we go. To recap what I picked up, we got this Fleer Tradition Glossy. And these are numbered to 100. I got this Sprint Assets. This is a phone card, but this is the Hot Prints. I didn't even know that these cards were around. I never really looked for them, but it says Hot Prints right there, so it's a parallel to the regular phone card. I was talking to some of my friends. Evidently, there's a $5 version of the Hot Prints as well. So now I know, there's another card I know I got to look for. And then the Premium Advantage Fleer Premium, and a piece of Stadium Wall. We got the Luminaries Top Stars from 1998. This is the gold, numbered 34 of 50. And the banger, well, these are all bangers, but my favorite card in the purchase is the 2002 Topps Heritage Barry Bonds autograph card. So Ralph, Eric, and family, thank you so much for sharing the cards. Thank you for finding their way into my collection. Eric, I appreciate you reaching out. And as always, good cup of coffee. As always, until next time, happy collecting.